Dun, 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 dun. What up there, fucking Florida Marlin? How's everything going?
I'm doing great, buddy. I'm having fun. And happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir. It's always enjoyable to be 61. Unfucking believable. Anyway.
Are you going to get madder and madder on your birthday as the older you get?
Well, because the 3 or 4 days leading up to your birthday, like even when you're 38, like I still remember waking up when I was like 38 and going, like, what the fuck? I got out of high school fucking 16 years ago. I quit high school 17 years ago, and I'm making less money now than when I was making in high school. Like
Wait,
that was me.
when you were,
when I was 38, I was making $15 a set, and I'd go on the road by myself for the small 500, or Rogan would take me on the road. I wasn't making no fucking money. So I'm like, high school was 15 years ago. What am I going to do? Well, guess what, cocksucker? High school's been 42 years ago. I quit 43 years ago. And I'm still a fucking mess. So, you just think of stupid shit 3 days before your birthday. I couldn't sleep like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ralphie talked to me in a dream Friday night because it was his birthday Saturday morning. I woke up in the middle of the night. I had to kill a fucking chicken and put a glass of water out. I'm out of chickens. Yeah, I'm out of chickens. I've killed like 14 chickens here already. I got to stop. A lot of problems. People got problems. I got to cut the chicken, sacrifice them to the God. So, and that's what it was. Like sitting here going, Jesus Christ. The day I took my friend out of the toilet, his head out of the toilet by his afro and pissed while I held his head, and then I put his head back in and he finished puking. That was...
Was that Louis?
Yeah, that was 44 fucking years ago today. But in my mind, sometimes it seems like yesterday. And you'll see what I'm talking about. As you get older, you go, wow. That was, I look at things now and I'll think of something and I go, wow, that was about 12 years ago. And I went, Joey, wait a second. Because in my mind, it's like 2002, I think. I don't know.
Really? So it's like, how old, in your mind, if you had to guess, like, how old do you feel? Do you feel like you're in your 30s, 20s, teens?
Listen, from the time I was 17 to the time I was 44, I didn't wake up feeling too good every fucking morning, all right? There was always blood coming out of the lung, a big snot in your nose, you can't breathe, you're fucking broke. It wasn't like I was always Captain Health. When you're drinking and doing drugs, you don't feel fucking healthy. You just feel like I'm partying, you know what I'm saying? So I don't remember what it all feels like, but I got to be honest with you. I've worked really hard since I moved here, and it's been an experiment.
Okay.
I was thinking, I went to piss in jiu-jitsu today. At the end of class, I was all sweaty and shit, and I did okay today. Like, it takes a couple of months to see your growth. But this is, the last 6 months is the most growth I've seen ever in jiu-jitsu. And it was kind of weird that as I had my dick in my hand and I was pissing, this thought came to my mind. I said, I still remember, like, when I tell people I've been doing comedy since 91, it's true, but it's not true. Because 91, 92, and 93, I was just getting on stage. Was I doing sets? Was I writing? I wasn't doing it right. It took those 9 months for me to come here to learn what hard work was, like what it means to be a comic. Like, it's not like part-time. Like, I was doing comedy part-time and I was still growing as a comic, but it became a lot. The growth became more when it became full-time in my mind. When I started hitting the notebook every day, I started running to an open mic. Same thing happened here. For the last 3-4 years with jiu-jitsu, it's like I'm scared some days. It's fear all over again. This is fear for anything. You could use this in any analogy. And I would go to the gym in the morning and go, you know what? I'm just going to go to the gym today instead of going to jiu-jitsu. And I did that for years. And I found a system that works for me, my body. And now my growth has been tremendous because I know how to train now for me. I'm not 40. I'm not 30. I'm not 25. I can't look over at Lee and go, oh, I got to be doing what Lee's doing. I got to play a complete different game now. My game now is straight weight. I'm 61 years old. I don't feel like a bully no more. Now it's straight weight. I just put my fucking weight on you and pray for the best.
That's your move?
So, yeah, but in reality, my point is that it was a lot with comedy. Dog, I hustled a lot in 92. And I hustled a lot in 93. And I was a house MC for my first 2.5 years. So I had a lot going on. But was I doing it right? Not at all. It was a good system. It had a lot of heart. But you learn how to start conserving energy. You learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. This is what these years are about. It's not as important as, you know, how funny am I getting, is what am I doing in these time chunks? That's why I always tell you guys to tape your sets every 90 days. So you actually see. It's not like when you bring your sets home 2 nights in a row, when you're working with Josh Wolf or when you're with me. I want you to see the growth. And you're going to go, I bombed in that set. But I didn't know I was doing that with my hand. I didn't know I was doing that with my face. I didn't know I was doing that with my ball sack. And you learn, you know. So it's the same thing. I finally gotten into a system for my health that works better. Listen, I'm not going to live forever. Nobody wants to. You see these people who are 88 and the fucking thing, you know, you're like, let me take him for a little ride and push him. Trust me. As he's going down, he'll say, thank you. He hasn't
business for you.
He hasn't spoken in years. Yeah, well, he told me thank you as I was throwing him off the fucking bridge. How's that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but it's, I was thinking about when you were just talking, like you've been talking about what you've been looking for in comedy, like that feeling again. Like, are you feeling that? It sounds like it in jiu-jitsu.
I'm feeling it more in jiu-jitsu than I am in comedy, even though I didn't get on stage last week, but I wrote more than what I had been, and I'm writing differently now.
Ooh, and what way?
Like I went upstairs the other day and I saw that my wife got 2 pillows and I got 2 pillows, but my wife's pillows are bouncier than hers. So I asked, why'd you give me this COVID HIV pillow? Because one pillow got COVID and the other one's got HIV. And she's like, I don't understand that. I go, one pillow's skinny, but the other one's like the ones they put when people were laying down dying on their stomach. It's all warped. Not that I sleep with it on my stomach. I also wrote a joke that, you know, it's getting to the time now, about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Black people are starting to get shaky again because they haven't heard the N-word in 4 years. Now they're starting to get fucking paranoid, like something must be going on. We haven't heard the N-word. We're going to a psych. We don't know what the fuck is going on here. You know what I'm saying? So black people, all these people are about to say, you know what? Enough with this shit. We're dying to hear the N-word again because we can't live like this no more. For 200 years, you beat us, you called us this. Now one day you just stop. You chase us with fire, you know. So I'm writing differently now.
I can see that.
I still got it, cocksucker. You guys are right.
Oh, fucking Christ. Yeah. Oh,
any day now. It's going to be Black Lives Don't Matter. Black people running down the street, painting white people with black face. You know, that's it. Enough of this shit. Let's go back to normal. You know, we're waiting for the fucking world to end. You're walking around going, I haven't been called a racial slur in 4 years. When's this building gonna fall on my fucking head? I better let my afro grow because I need it's all grow on my head. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
It's the truth. Tell me
Black
I'm
lives don't matter.
any day now they're gonna come out and say that.
Is it gonna be black people saying it?
Oh yeah, listen, fuck it. We're done with this shit. You're treating us too nice. You know, it's like when that criminal got shot in the Twilight Zone. And, and
go on.
And what's his name? The butler from Sebastian Cabot took him. He was dressed in white, and the guy got shot, and he didn't know he got shot. He turned around, and Sebastian Cabot was there. And Sebastian Cabot go, come with me. The cops won't get you. And he goes, yeah, but I've been shot. He goes, no, just come with me. And they went for a ride, and he told him, you can hang out with me for a few days. And he took him up to this penthouse, and he hooked him up with broads and cards and booze, and the guy kept winning. This went on for a month. 2 months, the guy kept winning every night, different girls, 2 at a time, drinking. And one night he comes to his room, and he goes, you know, whatever your fucking name is, Sebastian, what is going on here? I keep winning every night, and I fucking pick up women every night, and I can't take this no more. Life is too easy. He goes, I think I died and went to heaven. And Sebastian Cabot looks at him and he goes, no, you died and went to hell. And that was, I don't know. My point is, after 60 days, the guy was getting his dick sucked. He was smoking dope every night. He was jumping up and down. And then all of a sudden now, he's like, you know, I can't take this no more. I'm a loser. I got to lose a hand. The guy wasn't even losing a hand.
So, okay, and this is what's happening with black people right now.
It's got to stop one of these days. It's going to snap. We've been very nice to everybody lately.
And you know, like
everybody focused on the trannies, and nobody beat up on lesbians and gay people no more. Even they're walking around going like, enough, come back to us, you know. Crack a tranny joke or crack a gay joke or a fucking lesbo joke. They're done. Nobody wants to crack a gay joke now.
No, you get in trouble.
Jesus Christ. These cocksuckers want a page all day. They had all day. They could have happy birthday me. Now, all of a sudden, they got happy fingers, and they want to start texting Uncle Joey now.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I love it. I love that you're writing new jokes.
Well, it's just my mind had to switch a little bit. I was doing these knock-knock jokes. I was getting back into it, and I could feel it on stage. I don't really like talking about my daughter on stage. I don't mind cracking a joke or two, but I don't like going up there and making her my act. There's no way. I'm a fucking killer. I shouldn't be talking about some 11-year-old girl. If I want to make a little joke about it, yeah. But there should not be a bit about me being a dad, you know. And the sad thing is, it's what's going on in my life.
Right.
But on the other hand, I'm watching life go by because you got to jump on this fucking news. The world is giving you a gem every fucking day. Sometimes you need to write comedy. Sometimes you need the world gives you a gem and you spin it around. It's funnier than anything. I could write 1,000 fucking Jew-Palestine jokes right now. I could be banned off every Palestinian stage, and I could be banned off every Jewish stage with the, you know, because you're just sitting here getting two fucking edges of the story.
Right. You did say that I had a Palestinian dolphin this weekend.
Yeah, he didn't like you. You said the guy was throwing water at you. He told you to go fuck yourself. Maybe it was Palestinian. He came all the way from Palestine. They got dolphins in Palestine, you know.
I didn't know that. But
right
I don't. And the Nile River?
One of those.
Isn't that what's right there?
I didn't get an A in geography. I don't know what the rivers are. Right? All I know is that's a Jew dolphin or a Palestinian dolphin. He don't want to be messed with.
But why can't you talk about it is about your life? Like, do you not want to hurt her feelings, or do you just not want to make jokes about?
Listen, if you know anything about me, fuck my daughter's feelings. I'm more concerned out of my fucking mouth. I just fucking went up there and started, you know. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Just to cop out on my daughter wouldn't be good. I got to talk about what's going on right now. And there's a lot of fucking craziness going on right now. But I'm not going to be political. That's too easy.
No.
That's too fucking easy right now. You could pick that apart for hours. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. You know?
No, you've never liked talking about politics. I had someone get mad at me in Jersey for not talking about politics.
So that's why you don't give them what they want. Fuck them. I give you what I want. This is my world. This is my stage, motherfucker. I'm not going to listen. When you move to LA, they make you talk all this shit as a young comic. And they'll say that material's good, but you have to let them know what your family sitcom is going to be about. You just shot yourself in the foot. Once you pander to those fucking people, you shot yourself in the foot. It's your fucking hour. It's your 45 minutes. It's your 15 minutes. It's your TV show. This is not stand-up comedy. This is everything is coming out. Smoke, the fucking mirrors, some Chinese guy throwing firecrackers up in the air, dancers. When you're doing comedy, that's what's going on, but it ain't really going on.
Okay.
You know, it's like Thomas Ward had a great joke years ago that he had a little dick. When you got a little dick and you fuck, you got to make a lot of shit happen in the room. You know what I'm saying? So when he's fucking, he's breaking windows, he's pulling fire alarms at the same time because she don't know what's going on. He's getting excited by all this stuff that's going on. He'll break a mirror, you know.
That is a funny joke.
Anyway.
Okay. But that's cool that you're thinking about like what you're writing. How long do you think you have? Like how many jokes do you think you have going?
I don't know if it's 2 minutes or 22 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's like that news station. We'll give you the news, whatever. I don't know. KNS, whatever, wins. 10-10 wins. We'll give you the news, whatever. We'll give you, who the fuck knows? What are you bothering me with these questions, Lee?
I have no idea. But yeah, I had a great week in Florida. That was a lot of fun. I did an open mic. I had never done an open mic for like mostly elderly people.
Ugly people?
Elderly. No, there's a lot of ugly people at open mics. It was like in Florida, so it was like a bunch of like 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds.
Ooh. Listen, man, it wasn't that good of a weekend because if I know you right now, in about a week, I got about a week till I wake up one morning to a call from Lee. There's a warrant out for my arrest in Florida. That's coming. You know something's coming. You always take something to go, whether it's pink eye in the jacuzzi, a fucking rash on your neck. You know.
I've been good. I did get sunburned, but no, I didn't. I've been good. I haven't had any like mush tendencies in a while. Good. Oh, but guess what? This is what I was thinking about.
I did get sunburned.
I did. It fucking hurt.
I did.
It's like the 7th or 8th year anniversary of me getting banned from South Point.
Where'd you bring it up for? I got you a week there. Now you got to bring it up. Now the guys
have a week there.
Sure, I got you a week at South Point playing the drums. You got to get back in as a drum player, and then they'll let you be a comic.
Oh, I would love to play them. My arms are too short to play the drums.
Nah, look at that dude on that show on fucking Netflix with that dude. There's a guy in his AA group that's got short fucking arms, and they asked him to put his band back together. What's the name of that fucking show? Something Mouth, Louder Mouth, or some Milk, or some, I don't know.
Okay.
But they asked him to put his band back together and do a hit. And then when the people from the label came, they forgot he had short little arms, and they're like, we can't put him on video. And this motherfucker just did a tremendous solo with his short arms and then walked out. It doesn't have a point to the story, but
I'd like to play the drums.
Huh?
I'd like to play the drums. I tried to play the guitar once, but my teacher literally said my fingers were too short, and like they have like a baby guitar, basically like a ukulele or whatever that I could play, but that was it. Like I'm the worst.
You know, when I got here, brother Mike got me a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like the second month or third month I got here, he got me a beautiful guitar. And I picked it up, and I was taking lessons online because there wasn't any teachers because of COVID, blah, blah, blah. Right. And it was fun for a while. But I got to wear glasses.
Okay.
I got to wear glasses. So I'm sitting there. It's tough to be cool when you got fucking glasses on, So I did that for a while, and I just wasn't feeling it from Zoom. He was a very good teacher. And then I practiced for a few months on my own. Then one day I just stopped.
Okay.
And now I feel fucking terrible. So the last couple of weeks I tuned the guitar. And then 2 nights ago I saw something. I wrote it down. It's a new Fender. The people who made that guitar have a new teaching, like a way to teach online.
Oh, cool.
It's a program, course. You get a free trial, and it looks pretty interesting. And that's the way to go now, and I might do that because now my life's a little bit more settled.
Right.
I don't know if I've announced this yet, but I'm going to announce it now. I'm not working with whatever anymore. The weed company.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's how high I am right now. I forgot the
Do you
laughing.
want me to say the name? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
no, they know. He knows. We parted on good ways. There's no animosity or nothing. It was just time to move on. I did the best I could with them, and the licensing in Jersey is a nightmare right now. When the medical marijuana thing opened up in Jersey, a lot of people were confused. And you know who else was confused? Me. I forgot what New Jersey was about. I thought that you could make a few calls and stroll in here and hopefully open up a medical marijuana store. But I think a lot of people have felt that it's been a fucking struggle in New Jersey. And I'm not saying nothing. I don't want the podcast to end or somebody to shoot me down, but New Jersey's always been very corrupt.
Right. Okay. When you lived there previously.
Always. And now it's more corrupt than ever. The other day I'm watching the news and the Jersey news, and they're talking about the government just gave somebody in Jersey, the governor was saying that, he just got a grant for I don't know how many millions of dollars to save people from street drugs, pills and Oxycontins and all that shit and heroin and fentanyl. And I looked at the number. Let's say the number was $5 million. I'm like, these guys are going to get like $800.
Right.
Like by the time this guy buys a car, this guy buys a house down the shore, it's just the way life is in Jersey. And I think a lot of people were very excited to come to New Jersey to sell some weed. The laws were a little tougher at first. I see that now they've started to bend. People couldn't sell weed from other states. They could only sell weed that was grown in New Jersey. Well, New Jersey's never been people known to grow great fucking weed.
Right.
You smoke weed here, and it smells like a truck stop. I don't fuck it, But it was a slow process. And dog, I know people who've got 1,000 connections, and they still haven't opened their store. They've been paying for rent for fucking 18 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Because after they come in, then they inspect it, and then you got to wait another 30 days till after inspection. It's really been rough for these people. And I think all that stuff, that all contributed to the laughing gas thing. They were trying to open up in Atlantic City, and they've run into, it wasn't moving, and I wasn't doing anything good for them anymore. If they were in Jersey now, I'd be the king. I'd be down there once a week, hanging out, smoking dope in Atlantic City. At least I'd have somewhere to go once a week. This is what I was hoping for, that once that opened, I'd get a residency, an AC, and I'd be right there. My after parties would be at the weed store.
Right, that makes sense.
But it just never, I think they just got the license to grow.
Damn.
And, you got to put money into that, and that takes time. So the process was so slow and stuff. And I think that, listen, I took these kids out to dinner, lunch, maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Came down. I go, if you come down, I'll buy you lunch. They wanted me to come up. I'm like, well, I don't have the time this week, and we discussed, me working with them, helping them out. They check in with me now every 6 weeks. They're still not open.
Fuck.
And these people know people. So it just hasn't moved. I got a great delivery service now.
Oh, cool.
I mean, fantastic. It's really secretive. You have to give me a license and, you need a reference to get in there. Fucking fantastic weed. They deliver within 2 hours right to my fucking house. I can't complain. They got edibles. They got 200 milligram edibles, 500 milligram edibles. I mean, nobody got the motherfucking ABXs like I do. No. But I ate some good ones tonight. I ate some old ABXs. These motherfuckers are starting to turn purple. I had like 4 of those. And then George gave me one of those 2,500 milligram chocolate bars.
Oh, yeah?
I ate like 3 rows of them for the fight. And I ate the last row tonight.
Jesus.
And that's my story. I'm sticking to it, cocksucker. It's another week of paradise.
What did you think of the fights?
I only watched the prelims.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The funny thing was, this is what happened. My wife went snowboarding with my daughter and her friends.
Right.
That morning, I was already thinking about the fight. If I don't have to watch the honeymooners, I could watch the last fight.
Right.
And I told my wife, I go, before you leave, can you hook up to fight for me tonight? And she said something that she doesn't know. And I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Worst case scenario, I'll go to my friend's house, or I'll figure it out. I'll call you and walk me through it. Well, I'm down here. I was waiting for the fucking whatever fight. I watched the last prelim fight, the girls.
Mackenzie Dern.
And then I said, let me go upstairs and turn the Roku on. Roku don't turn on. I call her in fucking Pennsylvania. The Roku, she don't know what to do. All right. I go to the bedroom. I try to Roku in there. That motherfucker's not starting. I'm about ready to strangle myself. I just go, don't worry about it. I call you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck? I didn't know if I could stream on the computer. I didn't know if I had to download ESPN Plus on the computer and then start from scratch. I ain't got that type of time. And it's 10 o'clock at night. The edibles are burning a hole in my fucking soul. I don't have time to download apps and call you up and ask you what happened. So I called you up and I said, tell me who's winning. And then you hit me back with Cejudo. And that was it. I said, you know what? I'm not playing this fucking game. I'm going to go upstairs. I did bet for the fight to lose, go under 3.5 rounds.
Oh, so you won on that one. Nice.
On that one, but I bet the girl, listen, I love fucking Mackenzie Dern. I'm her biggest fucking fan. Her jiu-jitsu is off the chain. But I knew this girl is very good on her hands. The only thing I didn't, motherfucker, wait till I get off this podcast. I'm going to fucking strangle you. I love Mackenzie Dern. I'm a big fan of anybody who's a jiu-jitsu black belt because I know how hard it you take to get one. But I know the other girl, and I was looking to get some money, right? I was like, I only had like $100 left of my fucking DraftKings. And I said, you know what? Let me bet against Mackenzie with this girl on her hand. And I like, this fight's going to be Volk and the Spanish kid. I think they're going to go right at it. I go, let me go under 3.5. That's the best I had. And I went to bed. I didn't even know. I watched the whatever fight, so I didn't go back on DraftKings. I won.
Right.
The other fight, I went to bed. I wake up the next morning. He knocks him out. But I look at the other one to see how much I won on the other one. It was supposed to be like $25 to win 52. The fight lost. I'm like, how did I win? And I lost because if DraftKings sends you the, by the way, if it's a unanimous, all 3 cards, then you lose. So, hey, you live and you learn.
But I'm not trying to like start any shit, but Like, I bought these fights, and I've been buying them for a while. I've been buying them for years. I don't think I'm buying any more of the pay-per-views. To be honest, like I always think like the last fight was really good. I didn't get to watch the prelims. For the amount of money, the $80 that they cost now, I think the fight nights are way better. Like,
you know, you have to look at your budget and see where you stand. I mean, listen, guys, I used to watch every fight, and if I wasn't watching it, I'd be at the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that got old after a while. There's too many fucking stairs at these arenas. And I'm walking up the stairs and people are yelling. Meanwhile, I'm having an anxiety attack just because I see stairs and not just 3 of them. It's like 42. And you just, you know, you realize you don't want to be in public time, you know, whatever. I don't know what happened. But now, I get a card every 3 cards.
Right.
Every 3 or 4 cards. But it's got to be, everything has to match. The honeymooners can't be on. My daughter's sleeping out, or she's sleeping in with a girlfriend, or I got the TV all to myself till 2. I got to like 3 of the fights on the card. I got to bet 1 fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's big for me. Like, I'm looking forward to 299.
Who's that one?
That's the one I think in Miami. That's
okay.
Dustin Poirier against that Savage. That Sugar Shane against somebody. I'm looking forward to that card.
Yeah,
300, it's not. Even if they put Ronda Rousey or whatever, give us some new something. There's got to be a rivalry going in there. There's got to be something to that effect going in there to really, and that's what they don't have. They have no Conor McGregor for 300. They really got to get something in there. They got to do what Wild World of Sports did. Get a guy to stand with a glass in front of him and somebody shoots him with a 22 and he takes the bullet right out of the fucking air. Well, you got to figure out something at this point for 300 for people to lay that money. McGregor's not going to be there.
They just announced the headliners. It was Jamal Hill versus the guy who is Adesanya fought.
If I know Dana White's got something up his sleeve. It ain't over till the fat lady sings with people like Dana White. I believe in him for that. You know, Dana's put some great cards together. Listen, like anything, there's great cards and there's shitty cards. There's great comics and there's shitty comics, you know.
Oh, yeah. And then, but that was the thing is like this one, I was looking like this one, the pay-per-view for the first time in a while, to me looked like a bunch of great fights. And I get it. Like, people have off nights. It's not a knock on the fighters at all. It's just with the amount, like there's less fights on the cards now. And like, it just, when you're looking forward to a card, and I think that's probably why the fight nights are good, because you don't really know what to expect, or I don't, because I'm not like a humongous fan. But on the pay-per-views, I see these names. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a fucking awesome night. This is going to be a one that like is worth it. And then like when the fights are just okay, it's a bummer. But
like I said, man, I had to trim back on them myself. First of all, let's be honest. I can't make it till 1 a.m.
No.
I mean, listen, when Joe came here for UFC, he begged me. And I was honest with him. I go, Joe, there's no way. He goes, get a room and we'll get you a room. Joe, I'm walking out of that fucking New York City at 1:15, 1:20. I'm waiting for you till 2. You want to go eat. That's 3:30. Maybe you want to shoot pool. That's 4, 5. Forget it. That's too late for Uncle Joey. There's no way I could sit there from 7 to 10. My hemorrhoid would blow. So I would have to get there at 10 to get excited. And it's only, you did say that. It's 5 fights. You're paying $80 for 5 fights. You know, mm-hmm. So I get what people's complaint are. You move on. You become a Bellator fan. What do you want from me? You know what I'm saying?
Those are, I haven't tried any of those out yet. Like that's how I just don't know. Is there one that you like? I know there's PFL that just I think bought Bellator. I haven't watched any of the bare. Have you watched the bare knuckle stuff yet?
No, it's too brutal for Uncle Joey. That fucking kid's a killer. Diamond Mike Perry. I love him. I love him, but I don't want to be around that dude. I don't even want to watch it. Bust people's mouths and shit. I can't. He's a Florida guy. That guy's been doing that since he was 4. You know?
Oh Jesus.
He's dude. I like jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yeah.
Not the all-day ones, you know. Again, you got me for an hour, 45 minutes before I go. I'm too old to be watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fucking know.
Have you thought about competing?
Oh, yeah. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to drink a protein shake and do some camel steroids so I could go in the ring. Are you fucking crazy, Lee?
In like the Masters division.
I would fucking die.
Why?
Today I went and he taught us today. He taught a simple throw. So the first time they want you to get the footing, it was a hip throw. The second time he wants you to get the, you know. So I do everything he tells me to the T. And I'm drilling it. I'm drilling it to get a warm up, you know, to move around. And all of a sudden it was my turn, you know, or it was my turn to fly. So the guy picked me up the first time, second time put me on his hip. The third time, you know, I told him this is part of what I signed up for. So lay it on me. Just don't fucking throw me up in the air like some Japanese guy, you know, control me. And dog, it was a nothing. He just threw me maybe 4 feet in the air. Go, the oxygen got knocked out of me for 10 seconds. Like I laid there, I hit the thing, I broke the fall like he told me. But no, that would destroy my insides right now. Some guy to judo throw me, I got a tap right after that. Then go in and come out with a knife. How are you going to throw a 60-year-old man like that?
Do you think they're going to put someone on you that can judo throw you?
Dog, there's 60-year-olds that are so fucking strong. These guys have been doing jiu-jitsu since they were 40 or 35. They developed that donkey strength. And yeah, they don't go to class every day like they used to, but they're still strong and they've been doing it for fucking 18 years. And that strength and the competition, especially if they're used to competing. I'm not used to competing. I would have an anxiety attack. Listen, I'm the first guy to tell you. I would have the fucking worst breathing. There's times I go to class and I get little anxiety attacks. I'm breathing heavier because I'm losing it, you know. So I'm hip to all this. I'm very content with doing what I'm doing. Since I was 44 and I started hitting the bag again, I've always known that I was never going to go into the ring. I was never going to challenge nobody. You know, those days are long gone. I'm doing it just to work out. And that's what's helped me so much with jiu-jitsu. I wish more old guys would join jiu-jitsu because I've mastered how to go in there, save yourself, roll correctly, and I stretch, I bulletproof my body, you know, I fucking lift weights around it, I walk. I'm not fucking Ryan Gordon, but it becomes something different. I drill more. I put more effort into drilling now because it's the best I got. If I drill during class and I do 2 or 3 rolls, I'm good. Today I did 2 rolls. That was it. I was good. Now I can make it to come back another day. But in LA, I wasn't doing that. I was doing 10 rolls and then trying to figure out why I can't walk. Well, you're 55 and you're 2,000 pounds overweight, Joey. That's why you can't walk. And with that, now for a word from our sponsors, Jack. We're back like herpes and God knows what else. You know what I'm saying? I just saw something tonight that you can't fucking, niacin is killing motherfuckers. You know, man, I'm sick and tired of this fucking government. Because they give you shit and then 10 years later, you see an ad. Did you use this? If you use this, call your attorney now. You may have a lawsuit going. You know, I don't use talcum powder no more. I love talcum powder.
Yeah, that sucks.
I put it everywhere as a kid. My feet, my hair, my ears. I love the feeling of talcum powder. And then one day, everybody started hating talcum powder. I don't know what it was. It's okay to hate talcum powder. Talcum powder is going to fucking kill you, but cocaine is okay. You know what I'm saying? People are fucking dying from talcum powder every fucking day. I think women can't put in their pussies. That's what it was. Sorry about that. They can't put it in their vaginal spread. because you're smoking pants or something. That's what it was.
Spread.
It don't affect guys, but any smart person knows a chubby guy's best friend is fucking powder, and especially
I have it on my fucking nightstand.
Yeah, especially July, August. Anyway, I don't even know how we got on fucking
niacin. You said something on the news?
Yeah. When I got out of fucking the joint, I went to the halfway house. And one of the ways they had to fucking get beta UA at first was to eat niacin. Okay, now I don't know if you know what niacin does to you.
No.
Like 2 pills and you start getting warm, right? Like you start fucking, your skin gets warm, your neck, your eyeballs. Dog, I must have eaten, I did like an 8.5 balls. For a whole day, I was eating niacin. I just kept getting redder and redder by the fuck. I didn't know what was going on. I must have ate niacin for a month, and then finally I ate like a jar of it, and I still came back positive. I never did niacin again. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
But
what is niacin?
Huh?
What is niacin?
Niacin is you go to Whole Foods, you go up to a little Chinese lady, you go, listen, I need some fucking niacin, okay? And they give you niacin. Niacin comes in a pill form, powder form. I think I was doing capsules like I was doing like aspirin type motherfuckers.
Okay.
Then one day I didn't take them no more, and I in fact left them there. And one night I got some coke. I ran out of inositol, and I just grounded those fucking niacin pills up. The next day I went over to the guy. Was like, man, my nose is on fire. Yeah.
Oh. So what did the news say? Do you have cancer? Like what did the news say? What is niacin?
I don't know. I was in here reading and fucking, I got back into reading again, thank God. And fucking Eyewitness News comes on, whatever that fucking kiss of death. And I didn't want to go out there and turn it off. And all of a sudden he's like, niacin. I'm like, niacin? I haven't heard of niacin in like 30 fucking years. I'm like, when the fuck did I fuck around with niacin? I'm like, that's right. I kept eating it to beat the fucking drug test.
Jesus.
What a fucking lie.
That's fucked up. And people are still trying to get away from drug tests. Like, thank God I've never had a job that did that. But
no, you can buy piss at a fucking health food shop now. You can buy like something you put in your listen. You know what? I'm very happy I don't go through that shit anymore. That was one of the hardest times of my fucking life.
Having to pass drug tests?
Oh, that was like a fucking 3-year struggle. I took drug tests from fucking 1989 to 1991. And then, 1990. No, like 91. And then when I got divorced, my wife threw a fucking hook on me like in 94 that she wanted to drug test me.
Fuck. And I think because you've talked about it a little bit before, obviously, with some stories. You said coke is quick to get out, but weed stays for a while. Is that what it is?
72 days, 72 hours for cocaine.
Okay.
What if you're a chubby motherfucker? Like I wasn't chubby back then, so that shit dissolved in 70. But if you have chubbiness on you, any weight, fat, it stores in there, that shit. So you come back, you might be clean for that moment. Excuse me. Then 2 days later, you come back positive. You're like, what the fuck? It's like this COVID. Some people are positive for like a month from COVID.
Yeah, no, definitely. I didn't know that the drug thing could live in the fat.
I don't trust. I learned the hard way. I mean, fuck. When I think of those times when you walk into a halfway house and you go to sign into your folder and there's like a red dot, that means go see your counselor immediately. And you know what it's about. You know what it's for. Now I got to put on my lion face. And I go in there. When is this going to end, Mr. Diaz? What are you talking about? You came up positive for cocaine. Go upstairs. You're on suspension. You can't leave the premises till we decide what happens. Dog, I did that like 3 fucking times. That shit gets fucking old. Jeez. And I sit back now and go, why didn't I just quit? It was just going to be for a year. I couldn't. I was so in it that I just couldn't, so I'm sorry about that, but I had a good time trying to beat him.
How many did you fail?
On paper, let me think. No,
Did you get away with it more?
I definitely failed the one going into prison.
Okay.
All right. And what happened was I was doing coke all weekend, right, when I got sentenced on a Monday morning. But like Sunday night, I came out of the coke fog, and I started eating and drinking orange juice. And I went downstairs and I hit the bag and shit. So I sweat a bunch. So I was feeling good. I went to bed. No, I snorted coke that night too. I stayed up. Court was at fucking 9, right?
Right.
I put a suit on with a shirt, fucking pants, shoes, the whole thing. I eat something. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I drank a beer. And I go to court. And I get sentenced to fucking 4 years, 6 years. And the next thing you know, Lee, I go, they lead me away in handcuffs. Everybody's crying in the courtroom. I'm not crying. I just lost my voice in front of the judge, AKA I choked. And now I'm in my cell, sitting there by myself with cameras on me. And I'm feeling like shit. I'm like, fuck, my mother is watching this. My father is watching this. My friends are going to find out. I turned it up, ending up just like they thought I would. And something made me go in my pocket. And I go in my pocket, I'm like, no. And there's a bindle, but it's swollen.
Jesus.
And I'm like, I hope this ain't a coke rock. And I take it out, and there's cameras watching me. So I had to make believe I was shitting. And I looked at it, I'm like, this is a coke rock. I just grinded that motherfucker up right there. And I turned around like I was sneezing. And I put like $1 bill in their head. I fucking did it in one shot. And I got so high for like 15 minutes. I thought they were going to come in and get me. And then I passed out. I'd been so tired. That's it. I was found guilty. It's over. Whatever was stressing you out for the last 18 months is over. So I passed out for like 3 hours. They woke me up. They gave me my uniform and shit. They put me in my cell. And then the next day I had to go for a county jail physical because HIV was big at the time.
Damn.
That's when they tested me. They took blood out. That's the first time. And I didn't faint. And then that's when that test came back. By the time I got up to Summit County Jail, that test came back. And the lady was looking at me like, woo, Lordy. She's like, woo. Just the fact that you walked in here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she goes, you had everything in your system.
Jesus.
At the time when I went to court, by the time I got sentenced, I had like 5 heavy duty drugs in my system.
Jesus.
Weed, coke, fucking whatever they call Quaaludes and fucking Valium. And there was something else that they were like, how the fuck do you have this in your system?
Do you think that's maybe why you couldn't talk to the judge?
I don't know.
Fucking Christ.
I don't know. And then I got out of there. No, then I went to the state jail to get tested. And at that, I was like, woo, your THC levels are cooking, Jack.
Fuck.
Woo. When was the last? So that proved to me that the coke was out of my system. And that was maybe 2 weeks later. But my THC levels were still fucking on fire. And then I went to prison. And now they're looking at all these levels.
Uh-huh.
Because when you go into that halfway house or wherever you're going to go, if they test you, they look at those levels to see if you got high on the walk to school. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. Okay, so if you were fat or something, like it would still be in your system a little bit when you got to the halfway house?
No, at this time, I'm 27 years old. There ain't an inch of fucking fat on me. Damn. I'm 27. I'm hitting the gym. I'm walking in circles at the thing. I'm eating right. There ain't an ounce of fucking fat on me. So nothing was really sticking, But I remember, like, December, they gave me a booby trap one, and I came back spotless. The THC had been out of my system, so it was a big difference. The last test I had taken was September 1st to December, like it was January 1st. Everything had disappeared. Everything was out of my system. And I had done acid in there, but the acid wouldn't come up as anything.
They couldn't test for that. Fuck.
No, they couldn't test for that.
Did your halfway house care about weed or just coke?
Halfway house cared about fucking everything. So then when you get to the halfway house, they test you again and they compare it to your levels. And that's the level it better stay at. And they say the only reason why the fucking THC should raise is if you ate poppy seeds or something like, they always had some bullshit story for you to get out of it. But in reality, it's a tough case to make in court that you ate 2 bagels and you tested positive for THC.
Right. Oh, is it heroin or that's so like, I mean, I know you were talking shit at the beginning about like being sick of your birthdays, but like the birthday today must have been way better than like a halfway house birthday.
I didn't spend, my birthday was one day I didn't spend in any of those places.
Really?
Because by the time I got to the halfway house on my birthday in 89 or 90, 90, I was already moving. I was working. I had a job, I was doing my thing.
Okay.
So
I'm surprised you didn't spend a birthday at the halfway house.
No, I wasn't. I was at the halfway house, but I wasn't inside, is what I'm saying. I was never really inside on my birthday. Because I got arrested in November. I stayed in there till January. And then I got sentenced in August. And I stayed down there. Oh, no. Yes, you're right. I was locked up for my birthday one year. I don't remember, but if I knew me, it was at George West. And my wife came to see me with a miniskirt and no undies.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm happy you're still here.
Listen, man, it's all an education. It was all part of the education of the guy I became. I accepted it. As soon as I came out, I was happy. It didn't bother me anymore. I had a little paranoia that people were watching me, but after a while, it just wore off. And it was like I was proud to go in because I had paid for my debt, Until today, I'm very proud. I'm just proud of that whole thing because I wouldn't be here today without that situation.
No, absolutely. And I just, because you were talking about, how you age and how quickly it goes. Like, and yeah, I mean, that was, what was it, 30 something years ago? No, not 30. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that stuff.
A lifetime ago.
It's like a lifetime ago. Like people, in your mind, you think like people still remember it. They don't. Life went on for them. Life went on for them. I walked around with the shame for a long time because that's, I was raised correctly.
Right. You don't want to go to jail.
Then somewhere along the line is where I got fucking crazy. But, I look at it now and I'm fucking happy I went to jail. I'm happy that judge sent me. I'm happy that when I came out, my wife, life is a fucking struggle, man. And if you do it the right way, you still get fucking penalized somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
Everybody's always going to have their own personal Vietnam, okay? Every hooker's got a hard luck story, all right? End of fucking story. And last time I checked, I'm a fucking hooker. I don't have a degree. And last time I checked, as of recently, you're a half a hooker.
Yeah.
That's what we do is stand-up comics. So, but it's all good. I accepted it. That's it. You accept it. I don't care if you're a half a hooker. And then my mom told me something that always stayed with me. She was like, listen, I don't care if you grow up to be a janitor, as long as you're the best one in the fucking building. Is there a fucking medal for the best janitor? No. But I want you to know that you're doing the best job that you can. And, whether it's jujitsu or stand up, right now you're in an area in your life where you're getting your routine now.
Right.
And you have a hard routine that a lot of people, listen, the toughest part of my life was working 5 days a week and doing comedy 7 nights a week. That's when life gets fucking real. Yeah. Now, you're doing it without fucking glitter powder at night, staying up till 6 a.m. Think if I kept you out 4 nights a week till 6 a.m. and you
I wouldn't be able to.
Dog, I did it. That's what I'm saying to you. It all just becomes a part of it, whether it's right or wrong. And then you lose stupid shit along the way. And that's what it means to be 61.
Now, I mean, I know you for a while you never thought you'd be 61. But like when you were like 40s, or did you ever think about like what your life would look like?
Not once.
Okay.
Not once. But if I did think about it, it was going to be like this.
No,
I didn't see it like this at all. With a family and a house and a car and, no. I saw myself living in a room half the size of this with a mattress and a cat bowl and a cat and a blanket and a fucking heater and maybe one of those, what do you call those 2 stoves that you have in your house?
Oh, a hot plate?
A hot plate, maybe a coffee maker, tea. I still thought of myself with a TV. A carpet would be a luxury. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to kill these motherfuckers. I always saw myself living like Charles Bronson at the end of hard times.
Mm-hmm.
Alone, and I was satisfied. And now I look at my life and I go, what the fuck? I got somebody I talk to in the morning, for 10 minutes. She comes down here and talks to me in the morning about stupid shit or whatever.
Right.
I have a wife I talk to. It really was a fucking surprise, man. And I didn't come from a family-based home. I had a family, but we ran like 3 Puerto Ricans in that house. And I never wanted to do that again. I never wanted a house like that again. And it was just 3 people going in their own directions every morning. Yeah. That's not a family. That's a business. That's I didn't want that. So I'm, ever since I don't do comedy as much, you don't get a lot of people telling you did great. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things I had to start doing was telling myself that I was good in the little things that I was doing, whether it's working out, whether it's doing an open mic. So, that's who I am right now. And I'm pretty fucking happy about it. I'm okay. I'm fucking fine, man. I'm having a great time. It's my time right now. I got 4 more years in the fucking workforce, on paper. On paper, but
you're counting down.
What's that?
You can't. No, I can't.
There's no countdown. I'm just looking at my options. I'm thinking of doing a lot of things. I listen. I have come to the agreement that there's nothing that would make me happier. All these people, I'm gonna sizzle them. There's nothing that would make me happier than to do comedy once a week. I had a set place where I knew my limitations. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew what time I'm leaving the house, and I know what time I'm getting back. I'm ready for something like that. Am I ready this week? No, but I'm ready. Like I can feel. Like I feel good. I know where I'm at now. I'm caught up a little better. My daytime schedule, I finally got it to run smooth. It took me 3.5 fucking years. Like my day was always shaky. I didn't know. Now I got it down. Like my mornings and shit, I got a great morning. Some mornings like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I got a boogie at 8 out of here, or sometimes 7:45. Tomorrow I got a late start. I can leave here at 9:30, quarter to 10. Wednesday's acupuncture. I'm there at 9 sharp. So I got a pretty good schedule. I got meetings. I got a big meeting tomorrow at 2 for the book. Bring it on, bitch. Whatever. But that's what this so far at the 6-week mark, 7. I got six sets, and that's what I feel. Because last week when I didn't go down there and I got caught up doing something else, I got to be honest with you, I missed it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just don't want it to be big. I want it to be, kind of kept under control. More of a family type room. I'm looking at a restaurant.
Nice.
I'm looking at a casino, and I'm looking at another casino right now. And that's where we're at, brother.
That's awesome. It's crazy how disciplined you are with like having a schedule during the day.
Always, since you've known me.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think most people do that.
Because with comedy, you'll get lost. Remember, when you join comedy, someday you're going to go pro. Okay? And that's like me letting you out of a fucking prison.
Why is that?
Because when you have 6 weeks in a row, and 3 of the weeks are Milwaukee, Minneapolis, and Chicago, you ain't coming back.
Got
So you become a nomad. So what does that do? So that means 4 nights a week, you stay in your hotel room all day until showtime and then leave. That's what I did for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You find, you know what? I'm going to get up at 8, go to the gym, walk, call my mother, pray to the Jewish God, do this, take a nap, lift weights, eat lunch. You start getting a schedule. For years, my schedule was snort coke, wake up, eat lunch, go back to bed.
Yeah.
Get up, snort more coke, do two lunch. And I was doing it correctly. Were my sets the best? Depend what night you caught me, how much cocaine battery acid I had in my system. But that was my system. When I cleaned up my road schedule, and then you came into my life when I had all these other things, that schedule was as tight as a fucking drum on a daily basis. You could find all shit of me talking about, I could tell you where I'm going to be at a certain part of the day.
I have to start doing that more.
I had my schedule down to that type of system. And somebody would look at me and go, Joey, you're full of shit. You don't have it like that. Ask Lee. My notebook, if I go through my boxes, I'll find those notebooks from 2018 because I remember putting them in there when I moved and looking at them after I got here. When we took them out, they're somewhere around here. And I remember looking at those notebooks going, wow, I couldn't believe I was 50 and doing that.
Yeah.
The flights, the 2 podcasts with you, the 2 workouts, 2 jujitsus, 2 karates with Mercy. It was tight. Like my schedule used to be bang, bang, bang. I went home from 6 to maybe 7, and either I hooked up with you or I went to the store Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays.
Right.
We're at the fourth wall or something. But when you start making progress as a comic is when your schedule, well, listen, why do we keep saying the word comic? When you make progress in your life, is when you start getting your day down early in the morning. And never mind, listen, you're going to write shit down at first, and you're going to get up and look at it and go, Joey's crazy. That's the drugs talking. But if you keep writing it down, I'm going to do this at 9:30 when I'm on the road. Eventually, one day you're going to go, I'm going to do it. And now you're going to feel good. You're going to go, I can't believe I did it. And then you're going to do it in 2 days and 3 days. Now you're going to do it every day. And that's what I had to do here. I had to redefine my schedule. I didn't have the weed store no more to go visit. That was in my schedule. Go to the weed store. Then I would go to crowd therapy because they were right next to each other. It was a perfect fucking scam. And then I would come back and I would go home. And from there, I would go to Alberto Crane in Burbank, come home, meet you at 3 if we had an afternoon. That means I had the night with the girls or I was going to the store. It was never ending, but everything was written on paper.
Right, I remember.
Everything. This is the 3rd week in a row I've written 3 people's names down that I have to call. ASAP, yesterday. It's been 3 weeks. I still haven't called.
Why?
Because life gets in the way. I don't look at it till Thursday.
Okay.
It's just, but eventually I'm going to look at that on a Monday morning and go, I got to call these 3 motherfuckers because I keep writing it down. Just because you didn't do it, that's fine. At least you wrote it down. That's a start. I'd rather you write it down and not do it than put it in your mind and not do it. Writing it down eventually will fucking hold you accountable. And that's when you become really good at what you do, when you become accountable for your days. If I talk to if I grab 5 people and I go, describe Bert Kreischer's day to you, they think he's hula hooping all day.
Right.
They think he's drinking by the pool with 20 people. They don't know that Bert writes. Bert gets blood transfusions. Bert's got to do a lot of things to be Bert. People have no idea. They think we just fucking were on a yacht all day with a bunch of bitches. It's a Snoop video. It ain't. We're writing. We're going to acting classes. We're meeting with writers to write. You're meeting with your friends to write jokes. This is if you want to get anywhere. You're not living like Belushi and Blues Brothers, fucking getting up at 12, burping in people's faces. You're just doing comedy to fucking, to fucking do substance abuse. That's completely different. Which, Joey, you were doing kind of the same. Yes and no.
Yes, but yeah, your career took off.
I was paying attention.
You were, and your career took off when you stopped. Like I was thinking, if you ever, and I'm sure it just doesn't happen at this point, but like, let's just say you didn't write out in your notebook for 1 week, or like you lost your notebook, like how would you feel if like you didn't have this?
I'd rather lose my fucking wallet than lose my notebook. Not because if you read the journals and shit, you're not going to go, well, look, he admitted to shooting 3 people in 19. No, I don't write that in there. I'm not that dumb. Because I want to see how I was feeling a month before. I want to see how I was feeling in October. Every once in a while I smoke a joint, I think backwards. I go look at, what's this month, February? I go to October and see what I was going through. September, August. And I know what I was going through in August. I had the pneumonia. I couldn't fucking breathe. I couldn't go to jiu-jitsu, so I was ready to stab 3 people.
I didn't know you wrote like an actual journal.
I do everything. We're comics, man. We're comics, and 60% of our I don't know how to say the word. 60% of what we generate is what we write. So I'm not asking you to write a sitcom, and I'm not asking you to write a script. I'm just asking you to become the best writer for you that you can.
Interesting.
That's what all these people, everybody wants to be a writer with a hat and a feather, and they go on stage and they eat a bag of dicks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Writer on fucking the Tonight Show. Then he goes on stage and the guy's giving you with knock-knock jokes because he's in the fucking room all day. We write for us.
Uh-huh.
Later on in life, if somebody comes up to you and you're that fortunate, they go, we want you on staff to write. Yeah, we get paid to write for them now. But right now, in your early stages, you're learning how to write for you and what works for you. You know what, Joey? Fuck you motherfuckers. I don't like writing in a notebook. I like writing on stage. Whatever works for you. Are you writing the jokes down? Nah, I just remember them. Then this is not going to work out right. How do you know? You're looking at them. You better get that notebook, cocksucker. And that, I think I've had a notebook since 95 or 94, maybe 93. And then I incorporated different. There was a thing years ago in the 90s called The Writer's Way.
Right, a notebook.
95. It was like a book. And one of the things they talked about, I read the book. Did it work for me? No, I'm not fucking no writer, but I took something from that book. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, to write when you wake up, to get that diarrhea off your mind for 10 or 15 minutes. I read that in 95 and 96 or 94, and it blew me the fuck away. Because I would do it at night. When I got back from doing comedy, I would log in, my set, my weight, and how I did today or whatever. When I read The Writer's Way, I dumped in the morning.
Just about anything.
What's going on? When you wake up, there's something going on. I don't care if you write down, and you got to be honest with it, because if not, it's not going to work.
Right.
If you wake up and you're thinking about elephants in Africa, don't wake up in the morning and tell me you're thinking about how much you love your daughter. Because you lied to the most important person in the world, that fucking notebook, which is your fucking mirror. Talk about what you dreamt about. I dreamt about 3 monkeys fucking a gorilla. And one of them was making him eat coconuts with his fucking dick. Okay, write it out. If you want to take it to your therapist, take it to your therapist. Not that I was going to a therapist at that time. The only thing I would go to a therapist at that time was to see if she walked away from her purse so I could clip the small 20 in the credit card.
Damn.
But that started really working for me, dumping in the morning. And then at the end of that dump going, you know what? It's not all a Black Sabbath song. Let me give it to you what's really happening. Now I'm going to wake up. I feel good. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to tell my boss to suck my dick. And, whatever your goal is for the day. But I would always dump first. That's where I got that from. I didn't invent that. I got that from The Writer's Way.
Is it hard to be that honest? Like we always, not like a straight out lie, but someone asks you how you're doing and you say, oh, good. And look, even if you're like, it's hard. I don't know if I'm anywhere. I'm like 100% honest like that.
Comedy is not comedy until you're 100% honest. You're not going to become the best comic you can until you're 100% honest, even when you're telling a lie.
What does that mean?
That means, hi guys, did I ever tell you I did coke with my cat?
Right, okay.
That's a bold lie. But people would go to me, that's the best joke you have. Oh my God, I can't believe you did coke with your cat. That's the biggest lie I've ever told in my life. Right. People leave the show going, I can't believe that guy snorted coke with his cat. That's
never get mad at you. Oh.
But when I'm just saying it to you, I'm fucking telling you. What'd you do, Lee? I went to the movies with Athena. What'd you do? I snorted coke with my cat. And before you could go, no, I'm already down your throat. It was tremendous. We got an 8-ball. We weighed it up together. I just put it in his nose. And then as the night got older, I rolled up a little piece of paper and I put it in his nose and I would put the coke in it and blow it in his nose. And you're sitting there going, what the fuck's this guy talking about? But that's telling the truth on comedy.
Right.
Maybe it's a fantasy of yours. Tell the truth. What's your real fantasy? I want a lady to fucking cut my dick off like a Jew ceremony, to cut the skin off and whip me with it. Talk about it.
Okay. That's, well, it's weird because I feel like I am the most honest on stage. But
I'm sorry. The other day I was thinking about this. The joke I told you that, one of my fantasies is to smell a turban. I'll pay you $20 a small turban. Yeah, that's one of my fantasies as a joke. What's my real fantasy? To go up to a woman and say, let me sniff the inside of that Botox pussy, or something like that. I don't fucking know.
Right.
But what do you really want in a day to happen? You really want to smell a turban? No. What's your fantasy? For some Chinese chick to rub my nuts with her little skinny Chinese toes, and hopefully they smell like soy sauce to really get the party started.
I would love to read this notebook now because I feel like that's all over the notebook.
All right, I'll let you read it next week. I love you, cocksucker.
Love you,
Thank
buddy.
you for being a part of this, and thank you guys at home for being a part of this. Where you at this week, Lee? Drop it on them.
I'm at the Providence Comedy Connection. I just looked at the website. It looked like things might have changed Friday and Saturday with Zach Fox now, new headliner. We'll see if I'm even on the shows. I didn't know the headliner changed. I just found out right now, but I'm excited.
Well, welcome to the world of comedy. You're always the last one to not know.
Oh, I know. I just went on right now, but I'm excited to be there.
You're going to show up on Friday. There's going to be an Elvis impersonator there. A Chinese one to really get under your skin. Like one of those Japanese Elvis impersonators and shit. What are you doing here? I here too. To impersonate Elvis. And you're like, what the fuck? Where's my life going to? I lost a $200 spot to a fucking Japanese Elvis wannabe here. How the fuck did this happen in my life?
I hear too.
Anyway, I hear too. Yeah. Anyway, I got to take 2 steps to the rear and get out of here. Buddy. I'm in the wind. Later. Have a great week, everybody. Love you. And now for a word from a motherfucking sponsor.